Just before we head into the video, I'd love to give a shout out to the sponsor of the channel, RL Exchange. Now, RL Exchange is the best way to buy any Rocket League items or credits on any platform and at the cheapest prices so that you can build your dream setup. Make sure to go and check out their website using the top link in the description and use code TXC to get yourself 3% off your order. How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another video in episode 85 of Trading from Nothing all the way up to the Alpha Cap. Make sure to drop a like, subscribe, turn on post notifications if you haven't already. As always, we're going to be going for 200 likes on this episode. Also, I do just want to mention that we're currently giving away a White Octane over on the Discord server. Massive shout out to Great Killer for helping me set up this giveaway. Also, make sure to join his server, which is linked under the giveaway. But all you have to do is join the Discord server, go to the giveaway section and join the giveaway and also his server. As always, thank you for the insane support on the channel recently. Like I mentioned, let's try and hit 200 likes on this episode, and let's get into the first trade of episode 85. Okay, so we're going to be heading into the first trade of the video. Now, I did say in the last episode I was going to try my hardest to get rid of every single item in the inventory. Now, I know I've been saying that for a while, but I genuinely spent hours upon hours trying to clear out certain items, such as the Black Sunburst from my inventory. In the first trade, we are going to be picking up a Sky Blue Octane for 850. It's valued at 1,000 minimum value, so we're picking it up for 150 credits below its minimum value. Now, this was actually quite hard to sell. I'm not sure why, but eventually we did get it gone and we did get some good profit. But we are going to be selling on the Black Sunburst right here. Now, I'm not going to lie, we are selling on to Flip Flop, who is my server leader. Okay, I do know him and I'm going to admit to this. I could not for the life of me get it sold, so we are going to be selling on to Flip Flop. Now, I am getting some items such as the Sky Blue Hellfire, which are going to be quite hard to sell, but I believe all of his items basically add up to the minimum value of the Black Sunburst, and he did want it for his car. He wasn't just doing it to help me out. This was sort of a legit trade, but yeah, I genuinely could not get it sold, so I did just sell it on to Flip Flop. So massive shout out to you for helping me get that item sold. But yeah, now the inventory is looking a little bit more full, but I'm so glad that that Black Sunburst is gone. I believe I picked it up for about 4.5k originally, so I did make around 2,000 credits profit on it, but I think I bought it in like episode 76, so it's been around for ages. I'm just happy that it is gone, and we're going to be starting to clear out the inventory a little bit more. We do sell on some White Zombies here for 2,300 credits. That is going to be the minimum value. They do have a really high demand, so I could have put in a little bit more time and maybe have got its mid value or a little bit more, but I'm just happy getting that minimum value because we do have quite a few items to sell. So I thought, you know what, let's just sell this on quickly. And when I'm looking to sell on items, I always work with the easiest ones to sell first, just so that I can clear them out of the way, and then that makes room for me to work on the harder to sell items, such as maybe the Cobalt Jewel and Dragons or the White Tunica. Here we do manage to sell on a Crimson Standard. I also searched for a little bit to get a little bit more than the minimum value because I think I was trading around 4 or 5 p.m. at this stage, so there were a lot more people online, and therefore it was easier to sell items on, so I tried to look for a little bit more per item. But yeah, again, I go to items such as the Fire God, the Octane, the Interstellar, which are going to be the next easiest ones to sell. And then I believe we actually managed to sell both of these items on in the same trade, getting 400 for the Purple Octane, which is the mid value, because Octanes have such a high demand that I'll always be able to find the middle value. Maybe not for the more expensive ones. I actually do struggle to find the middle value for Octanes such as Sky Blue, Crimson, and Lime, but the cheaper ones, I can always get their middle value, so we sell on both these items in the same trade. Again, that will save me a lot of time. I won't have to look for separate buyers to sell those items on. So yeah, just selling them both in the same trade will save me time. We also do manage to sell on the Purple Interstellar now. It's a little bit interesting. We managed to get that Purple Interstellar sold quicker than the Octane. I don't know what's going on, but I genuinely could not find a buyer for the Sky Blue Octane. It took ages, and I was genuinely trading. I think it was like 11, 12 p.m. at this stage. I spent hours and hours trading. It was, I believe, a Friday night, so it did help that it was the weekend the next day, but I was just fully committed to try and get my entire inventory cleared out because I was not having it. I'm happy that the Black Sunburst have gone, but I still want to get rid of those items such as the Cobalt Jewel and Dragons, which are starting to stick around in the inventory for a little bit too long, but we do get it sold here. Now, we are going to be taking a Black Interstellar and a Mainframe. This actually adds up to the minimum value of the Cobalt Jewel and Dragons, but both of these items are easier to sell. I wouldn't say Black Interstellar is really easy to sell on, but the mainframe will be extremely easy. But yeah, I just knew Cobalt Dueling Dragons was going to be pretty hard to sell, so I just swapped it for these items, which are going to be easier to sell. Therefore, it will save me, hopefully, some time in the long run. Now, we're also going to be selling on some white uncommon tunicas. I originally bought these for 1.7k, and here, I believe in the end, I take 1.8k and the Blackstone, which adds up to the minimum value of the white tunica, which is 2,600. So I ended up getting 900 credits profit on these wheels, and I literally only had them for one episode. So that is perfect. 900 credits profit is a lot. And if you're a really experienced trader, I would highly recommend trading with items such as maybe painted dices, painted tunicas. Painted sunbursts are a little bit of a stretch because you saw how long I had the black ones for. So maybe that's not a good idea. But the painted dices and painted tunicas I've always been able to sell on relatively quickly, considering that they are extremely hard to sell. But crimson dices made me a lot of profit. White tunica has actually made me a lot of profit as well. Maybe not in this series, but over my course of trading as a whole. Just bear in mind that that is only a method that I would recommend to people with a bigger inventory, just because these wheels can be pretty expensive, and you don't want to be spending all of your credits on one item that will be around in your inventory for ages, because it will just hinder your progress and you won't make a lot of profit. And even if you do make like 1,000 credits profit on a painted dicey, you could have spent that time making profit on another item. So just keep that in mind. We did also manage to sell on the mainframe again to the CZ, who's on RO Garage. Massive trader, always has a load of trades up. Yeah, just find him on RO Garage. He will only be on Xbox, but CZ has made me a ton of profit. He's always someone that I can sell my items onto. We're also getting rid of the Blackstone for 800 credits. That is the minimum value. This doesn't have a massive demand, but in recent weeks, or I should say in recent days, I've been able to sell it on a lot easier than before. So both the Black OEM and Blackstone I've made a ton of profit on recently. Picking it up for around 600 credits for the Blackstone, reselling it for around 800 for the Black OEM. I'm usually picking it up for around 900 and selling it on for 1.1k, so I'm making around 200 credits profit on both of those wheels. Those have been very, very good recently. And also we do sell on a Sky Blue Hellfire and a Sky Blue Octane in the same trade. So I mentioned earlier that the Sky Blue Octane was kind of hard to sell. The Sky Blue Hellfire as well would be very hard to sell, so selling both in the same trade will save me a lot of time, and I also get both of their minimum values. That's literally perfect. Also, I did sell on the Black Interstellar for 1.4k. For some reason, the trade did not clip. I'm really sorry about that. It's really annoying as well because that's extra content, but yeah, we did get 1.4k for that Black Interstellar. I do believe that is like one of the only clips I've messed up in this entire series though, so it shouldn't be too bad. But again, apologies for not being able to get that clip into the video. We also are going to be picking up a Black OEM and a Purple Octane for 1.1k on minimum value. I believe they add up to 1,450, so underpaying by 350 credits. The Black OEM should be really easy to sell on. As I mentioned, its demand has been pretty good recently, so that should be pretty easy to sell. And then the Purple Octane, as I've mentioned before, the Octanes have such a high demand, I'll be able to get the middle value for that item again. Please do comment down below how you're making your profit recently, because I do want to try out some new methods as well, because right now I'm literally only buying and selling high demand items. That is my main method, just because trading isn't looking its best right now. So I'm just doing these small methods such as buying and selling painted Octanes, painted Standards, White Phoenix, which have been really good, White Zombers as well have been so good, Black OEM, Blackstone, those sort of items. But let me know what you're trading, what you're buying, what you're selling, how much profit it makes you as well, because right now I think this is really effective, but I do want to try out some more methods to keep this series interesting, but also some methods that would entertain me a little bit more, because right now I'm just repeating the same methods over and over, which could be a little bit boring. We do also manage to sell on both of these painted Octanes in the same trade. We're going to be getting the mid value for each one, so 850 credits in total. Again, selling them both in the same trade will save me quite a lot of time. And now we only have the Black OEM to sell, so the inventory is looking so good. We've cleared every hard to sell item out. I will start to buy some hard to sell items back into the inventory to start trading with them a little bit more, trying out some new methods which I've just mentioned. As always, let's try and go for 200 likes on this video. I have also started to go live a bit more on Twitch. There will be a link to my Twitch channel down in the description if you would like to go and check it out. Drop a follow, turn on post notifications, it would mean a lot. But anyway, as always, thank you for watching to the end of the video. Comment Alpha Cap if you made it this far, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out. Me.